Hello, everyone. Father Norm here. You may notice, and you probably noticed this at other times too, that I don't always wear the clerical clothes, the black clergy shirt. Not against it at all. I love that I'm a priest, because some people said, well, don't you like being a priest? Oh, no, I love being a priest. I said, the reality is I've been in Akron for 40 years. A lot of people already know who I am and that I am a priest, and I'll dress kind of casual depending upon the situation. I mean, if it's a little more formal, I'll dress up. If I'm in any setting where a lot of the people don't know me, I'll be in the collar. So I love being a priest. That has, in fact, I can tell you that. And I love being a priest that knows it isn't just the collar. That has its place. We need that sometimes. But being a priest for me has just been touched by the Lord, especially through people that just have infused me over 50 years, because this weekend I'm celebrating my 50th anniversary as a priest, that in all of that, from the very beginning, I've always felt a vital spirit from the Lord. I felt a deep presence of Jesus Christ as my friend. That was kind of with me even as a kid. And I found a lot of love for the people around me through the years, in all the ups and downs, whatever, people caring and present. I bring that up because maybe some of you heard it's old news, but this past weekend, at 11 o'clock, right before that, I was in a local restaurant, and my belly kind of got not feeling so well. I'd had some issues before with stomach stuff, but this became more extreme, and ended up having to leave the restaurant. And actually the people came and took me to the hospital and checked me out and said, I'm good, just this one stomach issue. I got some medication, so it'll be fine. But I can say, in 50 years, this is the first time I was not able to do an 11 o'clock Mass, a Sunday Mass, because I got sick and I couldn't call another priest around, because I got sick right around 10 to 11 and the Mass was 11. So our deacon went over, talked to the people, explained it somewhat, and I'm grateful that I think people were understanding. And people obviously over the next day or so, I was getting phone calls, so was our parish leaders, and am I okay? Am I fine? I certainly felt a lot of love and a lot of prayer, and I am good. And I remember the one thing I thought, among other things, because got through it well, and I really liked the meds they gave me, that I'm glad this didn't happen this coming Sunday, because I have that Mass at 2 p.m. in the church, and then at 4:30 p.m. a dinner at Guy's Party Center. So real grateful for that. Real grateful that this week I'm feeling good and I'm taking it easy. I'm not overextending myself, but I am looking forward to that. And one of the things in these 50 years, I've just run into people, and even some of them I called. I looked through my old schedules books. I got kind of nostalgic and saw, that was before iPhones. And so I was looking through my schedule books that I kept every year going back to 1974. And I looked through a few of them and was I wonder what this person's up to. I couldn't reach everybody, but I decided to go through each of the years and see if there's one person I hadn't seen in years. Maybe back then they changed their phone, because now everybody has doesn't have landlines. But I was able to reach a few people, and I would encourage you at any time, because I've done this before. If whatever, it doesn't have to be an anniversary. It could be when you look back over the years, maybe to go back at those years like I've done and look at each of the parishes. I've been in 5 different assignments, and I went back and prayerfully about each of the assignments and about what I did there, how God touched me there, the friends I made there, the difference I was able to make there. It was a wonderful reflection. I've done that through my life kind of on a day-to-day basis, and even at the end of a year, looking back over the year. But this was kind of striking that I really looked back in general over a few years at a time, each previous assignment. And it touched me deeply. It reminded me of God's grace, of the goodness of people, of the ministry, of the difference I could make through the Lord working through me, and how so many other people inspired me by their spirituality, their goodness. Again, showing all that this past weekend when I got tripped up as I did. So I'm looking forward to it. And on the other hand, I've always said this to people. Yes, I'm excited to spending the 50 years and reflecting and having people from all those years there. But back when, I may have told you this before, back then when I was in my 20s and my first assignment at St. Barnabas, the mentor priest for me said, Norm, it's important, savor each day. Don't look back. And he said, even as people get older, sometimes they can have regrets. Even priests can have regrets. To savor each day, to see the goodness of each day, even the challenges, to see the Lord in it as our peace, our joy, our strength, and the people around us who care. But savor each day so that when you get to a certain age, I'm at that now, you're not going to say, gee, I regret. There were all kinds of opportunities there, situations there I took for granted or just bogged me down, instead of saying, Lord, you're in this day and that's good. My prayer for every one of us, even all of you, however old you are or whatever you're doing in your marriage or any time, to savor the here and now, the gift of God. I thank all you people over 50 years who've been doing that for me, and many who are going to be here now, and many who are sending me notes and writing me letters to give thanks. It's all a blessing from God, but a lot of that blessing from God to me comes through you. Thank you very much.